test it one day. We're back to the code, y'all. Trust me, I'm intern. I know. I've been out here homeless long enough. Once it's 2-3 nights of a row and it's like lower so-called morning breeze, yeah, the code's back. It's already the end of September. It's already the end of August. They're back to trying to freeze us again, you know? It's back to the same shit. They're trying to freeze us another winter. I had to wait and see. I had to see if it was going to do it another day. I was like, if it was going to do it today, I was like, yeah, they're trying to freeze us all with the last of the cold weather. And that's exactly what they're trying to do, yo. So I'm not even going to lie, like, my survival skills start going like more rampant around this time and shit. Starts going way more rampant. Cause I don't fuck with the cold. I really don't. I hate the cold with a fucking passion. Actually, part of the so-called mental health issues I have now and stuff is due to me like freezing and shit. Also, it's not just being homeless and being outside, being harassed by police and shit. It's also like freezing. You know what I'm saying? Like I froze so much, I caught hypothermia twice. You know what I'm saying? Like just due to me going through that shit, it makes me like more like rampant. But one thing I'm realizing about me though, y'all, is like I'm so rebellious, and I had issues since I was younger. So for me, none of this shit's new. You know what I'm saying? It's the exact same. It's just laws that was trying to protect it. You get what I'm saying? Like when you're young, I guess like those laws is like your mom and dad and stuff like that. So you don't get the and they got laws they gotta follow, right? But you're not really looking at it from that standpoint because it's just that. But once you start getting older and stuff, you start seeing this shit is just like high school, you know? For real. It's the same thing. It's like, you know, like how in high school, how you gotta do everything of what everyone says. I mean, you gotta do what everyone does. And if you don't, then there'll be like consequences and stuff like that. Or the whole group, like the crowds of people, certain crowds of people in high school won't like you and shit like that. That's exactly how life is. It's like any reason why you're not coming up. It's not just that you're in a monetary system. It's like any reason that you're not coming up or being a good slave enough. You might not know anything about genetics. You might really feel like you're supposed to be living like this. You feel me? Down to your T and be trying all your might. But the moment you start coming up short, you're gonna be dealt with like that. Like I'm trying to tell y'all. You know, it's gonna be just like high school. Just like high school. You know, like how I guess it was like a crew table, or they had like certain tables and stuff. It was like just the crew table and everything. And for real, I was popular without even trying to be popular and shit. But the only reason why I was popular was because I was good in basketball, and it was like I was rebellious and getting in trouble. And you know, when you're younger, that stuff seems cool. When you're older, it's not that it doesn't seem cool. It's the fact that because 9 times out of 10, if you're being rebellious and you're older, you're probably being rebellious about real issues. You know what I'm saying? Unless you really got some issues. So you're probably being rebellious about something that shouldn't be, but that toxicity of that is protected. That's what I realized as I started getting older too. We started seeing that all this shit is fucking bullshit. You feel me? And that shit made me even more rebellious, you know? And I know this shit almost over, so I really don't give a fuck anyway. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like, even my clothes might be back outside today, or I might not even have a chance to get them. But if I don't, put it like this: if my storage closed and I don't have it, what you call it, to pay my storage, right? When I tell you I might start stealing again, right? I used to steal like shit. A lot of people don't know, but I used to steal like shit. For real. I just kept it to myself, but I might steal. I might go to the mall or go to whatever and take some new jeans and sweats and like shorts, because I don't even have no basketball shorts. I never thought it would be a day in my life that I wouldn't have no basketball shorts, as much as I used to play basketball. But you know what I mean? All this shit is a humiliation ritual. So, you know, it's like enslave all the people to go along, and then the people that can't go along, that's trying, that are supposed to know they shouldn't even have to go along. Those are the people that's going to get targeted by the people that's going along, that think that they should be going along. You know what I'm saying? Those are going to be the people that's targeted. I mean, that's targeting them. Like, once you really see how this shit goes, you don't get affected by this shit. For a nigga like me to see how this shit goes or some shit like that, I would have to be completely clueless in how this shit works. But I know how this shit works so much. And it's like high school too, because it's like, you know, like how women they flock after the money or whatever. It's just like high school, how women, they flock after like the popular guy. You know what I mean? It's like the popular guy becomes the guy with the money. That's what it is. Like, I'm telling y'all from personal experience. Like, I be getting all the junk. You know? It's good what you got. How you feeling today, brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you also, brother. How you feeling today, guys?
Good, man. Good seeing you, bro.
Likewise. Yeah, y'all. So that's basically how it goes in connection of it being like high school, you know. But you got to think about it though. What's good what you got? Good to see you, brother. As always, you already know. Yeah, all the guys on the bus right now and shit. Top of the top, bro. You know, so it's a top of the top reflection. So yeah, you know what I mean? I know I might have said it's crazy how I stopped right at 7, right when I finished all that. Like, but how I break that down to y'all get, I know y'all get what I'm saying though. And that's how it is with from like a high school standpoint of it and life and stuff like that. I'm gonna break down a little bit more when I get y'all this bus y'all with it, but that's really how it relates though, because it's like the same thing. Like, you can't tell me I'm not lying. Just like high school, you remember how even if you went to like a random new school, right? You remember how like and those are like always the first vibes you feel. Like, you go to a new school, you got like the people that really rock with you, but you instantly gonna feel whatever it is that if you're not whatever it is that will make you not popular or have you be like embarrassed and standing out. And as you get older, there's not a lot of those things. Even though it's like high school, it's really just the money for real, you know. But the compliancy within like the infringed ways from just regular teaching, because teaching being taught isn't being controlled or anything, right? You know what I mean? So you're not thinking of it from that standpoint. But it is though, because it makes everything else more able to, or for you to be compliant to, or not see it how it is. You know what I mean? So you gotta think about all that shit is shaping your brain for real. But besides all that, y'all, I really value y'all and stuff like that. It's another day of slavery, but like y'all notice, like I told y'all, I said don't matter what. I said as that sun is separating us, like all organic people, we gonna start realizing who we are, regardless of whatever individual success that y'all designed from y'all system for us to be divided in. Like, it's not gonna matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all still gonna be talking about the same stuff. We're gonna be loving on each other more and different. We're gonna be knowing who y'all are and why we're playing this game, what the system's actually doing to us, and tell me that's not happening right now. You know what I'm saying? Tell me I'm lying, y'all. So it's like, you know this shit is crazy. And I told y'all that everybody that even wasn't us was gonna start getting like more offended. Like, now, I never in my life had so much like people to get offended when I'm just around them in the same place. You know what I mean? Like, and for them, you know if it's the ones that are trying to grow to the best of whatever that would be for them, and then the ones that are still trying to hold on to the system and know that it's going to be hard for them while they're on their way out. Because of what's inevitably happening around our kids, because the ones that are on their way out and right? The way how you'll know is if they're not I'm gonna just be straightforward. If they're not like overly nice to you as a black person, you know, like as a black person, and before right now, happening right now, but think about when like you were younger, before we was remembering we was to this degree and all of that, right? You know, like how we would normally get treated by people that's not us. Then we would see somebody that's not us, that's like the total opposite, right? And you'd be like, dang, right? So yeah, like them.
Stressed out to crash out and then to play innocent, you know, like they always do and shit like that. So it's like, they better hurry up though. They better hurry up. Their time is running out. You know, I can't even tell y'all. It's like I don't even be seeing slave catchers like that no more. I'll be like, where are you? I'll be like, where y'all be at? And whenever I see y'all now, I see y'all like randomly like in the shade and shit, or like randomly like I don't see y'all just being outside soaking in the sun, you know, with both y'all cars parked like how I usually would see y'all. What's the problem, you know? Must be something going on why y'all don't want to patrol the hoods the same, and you know.
shout out Gina Marie also, like, what she was talking about yesterday. Because I'll say this, I got respect for y'all human beings that talk about what's up, that's in connection to us, even if y'all don't say that it's us. I feel like that's a big step for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it's like so shocking. It's like, damn, these people that we did all this to, that we think is normal, we built the ego around, telling me that we knew that they was great, but we forgot how great they really was, and they really this great. Yeah. So it's all gravy. It's all gravy and mashed potatoes, y'all. I'll say this to all my organic people, as their barbaric primitive behavior comes out more, don't let them push you to break character. It's almost like, we know black people, we're not naturally violent at all, right? We're protectors, women and children, about nurturing family, real stuff of abundance and real value and stuff like that. No manipulation, technology, like, there was no need for nothing like that, right? Before these people came to the planet, and that's not everything in alignment. So know that when they're trying to get you to act out of character as an organic being, that's a test for you to grow, That's a test for you to grow. You just gotta acknowledge it. Like, are you gonna see it or not? Especially if they unnatural, you know what I mean? Especially that. Because you gotta remember, every unnatural person, I'm not saying an unnatural person can't be nice or do nice things, but that don't change their DNA for at any given moment of time, however nice they are to you, to how that can switch. Like I seen this white dude yesterday I was with my guy or whatever. I see this white dude yesterday, and he was with like a whole white family. I'm not gonna lie, and I started getting nervous. I'm not gonna lie, like I got nervous. I started feeling off. I didn't feel comfortable with him just by them like that. Like, to your point of me understanding genetics, I don't care how well his mom and dad knew those parents, if they did. Because in my mind, if you did know their parents that well, or you knew your genetics, it wouldn't matter how well them parents are or whatever. You would know what's happening with them on a cellular level for why they shouldn't be with your child alone. That's neuromelanin. So it's kind of crazy. Peace, got it. All right, God. Enjoy the rest of your day, brother. All right, God. I appreciate the ride, brother. All right. Yeah. All right, enjoy the rest of your day, God. Peace, power, abundance, brother. We almost there, man. They can't stop our light. We shining. Us organic people always gonna shine, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all. So, but yeah, I noticed by the coldness though, we definitely here. Cause ain't no way. Hey, y'all goddesses, enjoy the rest of y'all day. Y'all the mother of our life. I appreciate y'all. You know what the real goal is being a good person and keeping your frequency high in a system that has everything designed to keep you stressed out and not in that frequency. That's the real flex. You think about it, like, just don't care how much you love your job, even just like work and stress, everything around money that you got to get, everything around this is keeping you like so much in a rush. I think even cold weather, right? Like they say cold weather is healthy for you. I'm not saying that it's not, but that's something that I really have to look into. You're off of understanding genetics on a certain level that I know it now. I'm not denying it, but I'm not confirming it all the way either, because it's just certain things me just think about the top of my head, and me knowing even just what the cold does to us, off of our DNA being different and stuff. I might really be able to combat that, But for real, dispute that, because like, it's different with us. It's different. It's different with us. But yeah, I'm gonna make sure today, even if he locked the jump, and I gotta tell him, let me use one thing to get one thing out, and he look at me and be racist while I'm getting all my stuff out. I'm gonna act like I'm taking all my stuff out. If he do lock shit. I meant to get my sweater yesterday, or get a coat put in my bag. I actually had one. I had my brown one, but where I be keeping my clothes and stuff, it's just too much. It's like I'm already dealing with the buses. It takes half a day to get to one side and shit. It's just so much with this situation that you don't really think about or even realize until you're actually in it, or in it a long time, and you're having to face all these things. You know, there be times even when I have shoes, I have my boots, and just around work and stuff, me going back and forth to get my shoes, people like, why is he carrying shoes? Because in the time that I might need to use them, you know, and dealing with the buses, I'm not gonna have the time. It's not even just that I don't have the time, y'all. All this stuff, y'all, a lot of y'all have help. Even a lot of people that say that they don't have help, and then there's people that really don't have help. If you really don't have help, I don't give a fuck. You're gonna have to get help. There is no just getting it out the mud. You're gonna have to get help in some shape, way, or form. Whether a nigga front you that pack, whether you rob a nigga for that pack, you slave and go through the trauma and roughness of even trying to slave to get the money, get the pack. Like, it's just so much shit that people don't talk about. So this makes you just zone the fuck out. So I zoned the fuck out of everybody, really, and everything, off of going through such a severe situation because of me being black and my genetic makeup. Where it's like I really don't care about what people think no more about anything. I don't. I just gotta get my. I meant to get my coat last night though, and I meant to get it early. I just didn't have the energy to bop. I was just too tired to make that whole bop there, and then deal with that and pull it out and then hide my shit. And it's just, I'm just caring less and less. I don't even care if I got the same clothes. Like, I just keep washing my clothes by hand. Like, I'm just giving a fuck less and less, y'all. More and more each day. Like, even me on here, I'm talking here to control my anger and to feel like I'm doing something because I might reach someone that can change the world while this shit is shutting down. I know all that's against me. I know people are purposely trying not to validate me. I know people are trying to weaponize the situation that I'm in against me in any and every way that they can. Like, damn near everybody, it feels like, against me. Like, I'm really at war, you know? That's what's up, that y'all had the option to go inside, like y'all talking about that yesterday and stuff like that. There's people out here that don't got that option. Like, I'm always around people, you feel me? I don't get to take a break, you know? I don't got breaks, you know? For me, a break is like if I don't get harassed and regularly how I normally do, you know what I mean? That's a break, you know? But it is what it is, though. Like, at the end of the day, for my species, I'm grateful this shit's almost over. We really about to be free. Our children gonna be safe. All children gonna be safe. Like, all this shit, I just need this grid. I'm happy that everybody's even aware that the grid is gonna crash now. Like, nobody is questioning it no more, really. You know what I mean? Because people are just looking more crazy if they're not prepared. But ain't nobody looking at a homeless person like that, though. You know what I mean? That's how much people don't give a fuck about a homeless person. You know, everyone look at everyone else like, you know, you should prepare, you should get this, da-da-da. Someone that's struggling at home, ain't nobody thinking about it like that towards you. People don't give a fuck. That's why, if it's, like I said, an unnatural person that's homeless or whatever, I'm like, you know, I'm not saying I don't feel bad for them, but this is their system that's designed against my people. You know, that's almost like the same way, like how I tell y'all, regardless of our individual success, why I don't look down on my brothers and sisters off of this, because we're prisoners of war, no matter what. This ain't our system. We're being enforced to live this way, you know, and having consequences if we're not good enough through our division. It's different. You know, we're not y'all, but y'all be trying to put us in a boat with each other and shit. You feel me? Y'all be trying to put us in a boat with each other. And just because some of the same stuff that can happen to me can happen to you, you know? And it's like, no. We're not gonna play that fucking game, you know? And just because y'all own people are attacking y'all, now more than ever. Y'all own people are attacking y'all more than ever. And then just because y'all own people want to make it seem like we're all one. And I'm like, nah. I don't care how much y'all people start attacking y'all now. Y'all never been civil amongst each other. Y'all never fucked with each other. You know? So that's all that's pointing out. Y'all just pointing out that y'all never fucked with each other because now we're seeing from a collective standpoint how much, why y'all don't really fuck with us. You know? Because we knew, but not enough through our division or even the why around y'all DNA and really what's up with y'all, you know? Like we like been like in a daze around it. So that's why y'all trying to do that. Like I get it like shit, and I don't respect it, but man, it is what it is. Don't shit shock me no more with y'all. Like I'm just trying to keep my sanity and whatever I gotta do to make it to your next day. I don't care how much somebody said something is crazy because nigga, that's probably keeping me from putting one in your fucking head. Like that's how I be looking at shit. I'd rather look at something and somebody say I'm embarrassed than with the level of irritation that I have, that my body starts having complications as soon as I get around unnatural people. Like I swear, I get around unnatural people, it's like my body starts hurting. I start feeling like I don't feel good. You get what I'm saying? Why is that? But the reason why is because that's the energy that you get when you know you're around somebody or a species that's dangerous and you need to be cautious for, regardless of how they're presenting themselves. That's why I feel like that, and we're all gonna start feeling like that because we see y'all for who y'all is. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's good with y'all guys? Top of the rising, y'all. He's powered by this. Come on, bro. And another thing I want to say about it too, y'all, because it's also no hatred. Like that's the most narcissistic stuff. Like I was explaining y'all yesterday, and the white girl, they looked to the side. It's like that's only the shame that you're feeling because you know I actually had a right to do something to you, and you know what you're living off of, and coming to your awareness to y'all atrocities and what y'all have always been about. So you're feeling the guilt and shame. You know that you're living off of something that's wrong, whether I say it to you or not. So when you see me, you walk by me, you try to infringe on me like I'm about to attack you when I'm not thinking like that. But you know every black person has the right to. You know what I'm saying? I be seeing all the games y'all play.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You feel me? It's crazy with them.
That's real.
Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day, man.
You too, bro.
I appreciate it, guys. It's you know, y'all know I'm telling no lies. This shit crazy. You see how I'm saying it. You see how I'm saying it, and just the random guys in here and they vouching because this. See, I don't hold back. I tell it exactly how it is, y'all, and y'all know it's like that. Like I said, all black people, we feel it. I don't be speaking. Y'all be thinking I be speaking just for my personal feelings. Nah, like I be speaking the reality of what every black person goes through. You feel me? All black people speak to you, and it's so real. Shoot, just the other day I was talking to an African guy. I met a guy from Ghana, and we was on a college campus, and we was talking for like 30 minutes on a George Mason campus about all this type of stuff, you know. And he was telling me how like, you know, this shit is so foul, but we're almost there. So we're gonna be all right. This is part of the test. So basically, what I'm saying ain't any amount of what they designed in this system and how I know it and how I've been explaining to y'all make me stop speaking about what's going on. She look like she sound like she on a serious conversation. So crazy. And it's a lot of stuff that's in the category of the silent ruse, right? I'm about to put y'all on game in the silent ruse. Because there's a lot more awareness on the planet right now, but there's a lot of silent ruse that haven't been silent for like a long time. And everyone knows these things been going on and stuff. Nobody speaks about it. It's almost like the American way not to speak about certain stuff. As long as people know that it's been going on. It's a lot of stuff that's in this category. And a lot of those things. Oh, I'm gonna have to ask him about my wallet. I'm gonna have to ask him. Hey, excuse me, guy. First off, peace, power, abundance to you. Respect your divinity. By any chance, did y'all happen to see like a wallet in here, bro?
Wallet?
Yeah. At all? Like 2 days ago? I already told one of your other colleagues here that's coming here right now. But I just figured I'd ask you also. How you doing there, Reflection?
What's up?
Yeah, ain't no telling. I don't even got the energy to get mad at that shit. See, one thing about the universe respects truth, right? The universe knows that, like, I'm not trying to harm no child, nor would I be trying to harm my child, right? So, the universe already knows I'm in a system that was designed against me, right? But the universe knows that my son is being used against me by this woman. It has been for years. And the universe knows that every time I bring her into court, and I had to go through hell just to get her in court, the universe knows that she tell a lie to make more time go by and to continue the process of me being separated from my son. Like, the universe knows that that's the type of energy I'm dealing with. That's the demon that I'm dealing with. That's the force that I'm dealing with. That's the disgusting behavior that I'm dealing with. The universe knows that. So anything around like all the other stuff that's happening that makes it hard for me to do stuff or whatever, you know what I mean? Like me losing my wallet. So now I lost my wallet, so I can't even file and open it back up. And I don't even have really the mental capacity around doing all those things to get that back around how I'm living and what's going on. It's just like all of this is what's making me not give a fuck no more. I mean, I know my son ain't gonna hate me though, because my son is gonna see. I mean, if he does, he does. I mean, but I'm gonna be honest with you, like, my hands are tied, you know? But it's just so fucked up that it's people on this planet, just like the mother of my child, to have that type of energy to separate a man from his child. because they personally don't like the man, you know, or they personally didn't take advantage of the person in a nice way. You get what I'm saying? That's something that I'll never forgive. Like, I don't care how much years go by. Actually, the more years, it's just like how I thought. I told myself, I said, the more years that go by around this shit, I'm gonna just feel more strongly on it. You know, not even in an aggressive manner, but just more like I'm standing on business about it, regardless of what come with it, you know? But I know what the situation is. You know, there's situations where it's like a person to say this, and then this person say that, and then there's the truth, you know? And the truth is, no man deserves not to be able to see his child just because he's financially struggling. That's not a reason that's valid enough for you to be able to be like, oh, I just thought about something. That guy one of the guys, it was two guys that was in there, but one of the guys that said something, I actually gave him and his woman positive energy a whole nother day. And I'm knowing because I'm seeing him from a distance with his star seeds, and he told me that he wanted to talk to me. Like, he definitely wanted to talk to me because of my energy, and he could tell I have knowledge and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? And that's crazy. I just noticed that was him because he's walking with his kid. But back to what I was saying though, you know, like, just because a person's financially struggling, it doesn't mean that they be honest with you, anything that somebody says even on someone, for real, because when you're dealing with women like that, they're so conniving. Like, they'll say damn near anything, like, for real. You know, there's no limit to what it is that they'll say to try to make it valid or be used as strength so you're not able to see your child. And it's really so fucking pulling where it's like, it's so bad, y'all. It's like they can say anything and do anything. And you just getting yoked with whatever level of that pain, you just feeling that. And then you just being pushed to have to cope with it and stay sane while you're being destroyed through a woman's process of knowing that, of course, a man cares about his child. Why y'all think women do that shit? Why you think the toxicity of it is so protected? Because there's so much real men out here that really care about their children. You know, like, you don't stop caring about your child because your pockets are low. You know, you gotta think about it. All that shit's man-made. You know, and most men naturally have love for their children. It's very rare for a man to just naturally have a baby and be like, fuck that kid. I don't care about that kid. I feel like even the so-called deadbeat dads in the monetary system, I really feel like a lot of them aren't even deadbeat dads. I feel like a lot of them are just so fucked up in the head off of the system, not having money and shit. But I feel like a lot of them, I'm not saying that it don't exist, but it's very, very rare for a black man to have a kid and just not give a fuck about his kid. Like, that's rare as shit, y'all. That's not like black people in general. That's rare as shit. That's why we get gaslit about all of this shit, because the integrity of who we are as a people and what we be on, it shows in us even when we're not on a show it. Like, naturally, you feel me? Like, that shit already be in us. That's why it be so much attacks on all this and this ball on my phone. It's like, it's so much shit. It's impossible. It's impossible to be going through all of this and then to be like saying this shit. That's just like impossible. You know? You said no, 3469. I know this shit's disgusting. It is. Because it's like, it's the child that loses, and it's just like, this shit just gets protected so bad. Like, how could you snatch a child away from a man and expect him to even really fucking be sane? Like, his biological child and then strip his child away from him because y'all evil as shit and y'all target us and our families, and then really expect for that man to be a normal man, and anything of him not being able to be fit in what you deem of him that he has to be in a system that he shouldn't, that he's not even fit for. He's just as strong as who he is, and he come up short, and you come at him like that. You hear what I'm saying? Y'all crazy as shit. Y'all are the most. Look, y'all know what I'm trying to say, you know. And I'm seeing all the angles of it, right? So I'm like, y'all know how I was talking about Gina Marie, right? I fuck with Gina Marie. You know, she a white lady. She be talking about the clouds and the aliens and all. She be pointing the bullshit out, right? But she be saying it from a standpoint. She be saying it from a standpoint of us not being who we are. Like, she just be saying it from a standpoint like, oh, it's brothers and sisters. But she don't want to say who they connected to, though. You know, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? The cognitive dissonance is there. It's like, I want to talk about this. There's levels of understanding. And then there's cognitive dissonance. And it seems like those levels of understanding always stop whenever it starts to get too close to us. I swear to God. That's always when it stops. You be like, damn. You be like, dang. Like, this supposed to, why isn't, hey, shout out Jeremy. Shout out Wohi. Shout out Logan. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not really for like reading the comments. I just want to get out how I feel about what's going on with it. Why what's inevitably happening. I can't crash out, trust me. But I want to, though. I want to bad. And I am crashing out, but I'm not crashing out in the ways that they want me to crash out. Like, basically the stuff that they put in for me not to crash out or to comply more, or not be talking about the stuff that I'm talking about, because it's like I almost wouldn't even have time to speak about these things. I was so rebellious growing up. I've been rebellious about these things, you know, because it's about the children at the end of the day, and it's like I'm not letting it go, y'all. Let me see here. Here's this real quick. Hold up real quick, y'all. Yeah, you know. So, Zion, I love you. You know what I mean? I don't know when I'm gonna be able to open that case back up. You know, with them trying to hold on to your address that was on my license from 6 years ago, in which I don't even live. And they know, you know what I'm saying? That the whole thing about these people too, like, they be speaking to you like they have no idea of your case. I don't care how much cases they go through. All the slave catchers and stuff, y'all all deal with each other. You know, especially certain cases amongst certain people, especially like a person like me, and how I've been with y'all even before I came in this information. I know y'all in all shocks of like how I am now and how I'm still standing and how I'm making it to the next day, you know, and everything. I already know, y'all. I'm not dumb. So for that judge, for her to use that address and then be talking to me knowing damn well I'm homeless, but I'm always in this county and shit, and trying to make it seem like just because I don't have an address in this county, or my last address years ago was out there, and use that as proof to say I'm not here and not ask her for a valid address. That shows you the type of spiritual attack that I'm under through this woman, you know? I almost want to go as far as say that my son's a karmic baby, but I'm not going to say that because of how strong my energy is. You know, my energy already overrides her because I'm neuromelanated. I'm not urmelanated. My mom's not urmelanated. My mom's the son in the flesh. My mom's the mother of all life. You feel me? It's different. So I already know. And that being planned, even with her on what she was on, even more so, like, my son was meant to be here. Like, I know that for a fact. And he was meant to teach her lessons that she already was supposed to learn from, that she's still not learning from now. It made her a more conniving person. Like, she didn't pass her test, you know? I'm about to to start wearing like probably like a GoPro. I want to get like a GoPro and start to wear it on me, so y'all can see. And at the end of the day, it's for the children, right? It's for the children and the teenagers and stuff. Me as a black man, I want the young black men to see these situations that they're not going to be in, right? Because it's the last of it, you know? So for real, just see it. I want them to see it from a standpoint of like, this is what we as black people had to go through for y'all to be safe again. And we apologize to y'all. We shouldn't have had y'all subjugated to them, you know? We forgot off of what was done. And we want y'all to please forgive us, you know, while we're coming back in our awareness and stuff. Like I want y'all to see how to deal with them situations. Even if you was to deal with any of these type of situations, the last of the system being up, and these people that don't like us and stuff like that, like how to go about it, how to speak, how to not get rattled amongst these people, because the biggest thing that they do is they love to make it seem like we're arguing with them when we know what's going on, you know? These is all things, they don't like when I point out their behavior, but these is all the behavior that's with the animals of their level of cognitive dissonance that they have, you know? And not even just that they have, but how they go about it, you know what I'm saying? This is where all this comes from, you know? Like I never when I don't like what someone is saying or anything like that, I don't just start cutting them off and start speaking all loud and making it seem like we're arguing. Like that's how people start an argument, or it becomes an argument. It's like if you're talking to me, but I know I don't like what you're saying, so I talk over you, and then I continue talking while you're still trying to talk. Or if you stop talking because you know I'm doing it, and then I act like I'm not doing it, just for you to talk again, and I start talking over you again because I just don't like what you're saying now. You know what I mean? I can make it seem like we're arguing, but you're not really arguing with me. That's like a form of cognitive dissonance, of avoided energy, to not let you get out what you're saying, you know? Or not even make it seem like I'm listening because I'm trying to talk over you while you're saying it. You know, they do that shit like fondly, like they love to do that shit when they're offended, or they know that they're talking to somebody really with some knowledge that they can't manipulate around their lives. You know, they act different. So it's like, once you understand the DNA though, like you don't get offended by it. You just be like kind of shaking your head like, damn, y'all still on this? Like, even on your way out. So I apologize, son. Like, you're my favorite person in the world. It's not that I'm trying to give up on you or anything, but it's like I'm just all by myself. You know, I don't got no help. But trust me, as soon as this grid crash, and I get those, I know I'm gonna get my powers. You know, I don't know about every other black person, you know, but I know I'm gonna get mine. Put it like this: you couldn't tell me I'm not gonna get my powers when, not even from an eating standpoint, you know, I'm not perfect, but put it like this: I displayed patience even without showing those powers. You get what I'm saying? Having them in a system that was designed against me. So you ain't gonna tell me that I'm not gonna be able to unleash what I can do, you know, as like I get that okay. You know, there's no way that I'm not gonna be doing that. I'm showing discipline now. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to y'all now like we're further out because we're getting closer to you by the day while the lies are still playing out amongst me. You know what I'm saying? Like, not everybody is doing that, you know? Like how people be saying like you can't be so acclimated to like out of the system. They be saying that because we're still in it. You know, that's why it be like almost like halfway people be speaking about stuff that really holds no value because yesterday it wasn't even here. I don't care how you put it together. You feel me? That's why it's on its way out. Like, right? You remember they say common sense ain't common no more. We gotta put the common sense together, right? So nah, this shit about to be over. I'm one of the strongest souls on the planet. And I don't say that to be cocky or anything like that. You know, It's just a certain rebelliousness with me that I've already had before I had a righteous ego to this extent, you know? Because I always had a righteous ego. Now it's like every day it's just like people trying to provoke me, people trying to use the system against me, people in any way trying to ostracize me because they know I already broke free from this shit. If not just from the financial standpoint, just my thought process is seeing everything clear as daylight. Like, my thing I love to do now is I love when I can just feel the energy, you know, I'm around everybody that's socially programmed and indoctrinated. I love to shake that fucking energy up and talk this real talk and this sun talk around all those people and shit. I love that shit. Like, what would be embarrassed on, that ain't embarrassing me. I love that shit. Me, I love it. You know, I love it. Because at the end of the day, ain't gonna be nobody to speak this real talk like this, like how I speak it here, you know? Ain't nobody gonna hear it. Let me ask y'all, did y'all cognitive dissonance? And I'm saying this y'all because for us too, they want to hold this system up against their brother and sister, act like it's not all the genocide connected to it, right? Did y'all cognitive dissonance stop everything to your point of even what's happening on the planet now? You know? Did it? Did it stop anything? No, it didn't. It didn't. You know? It didn't. So I just love to point out the reality of stuff like that because it shows like how life works. Like, everything can't be ignored, you know? Everything can't be canceled. You get what I'm saying? There's certain stuff that don't matter what, it's going to be like this, or it's always going to go back to this, you know? And this is one of them things in this system, and watching this system fall because it was always faulty. It was never natural. It always had genocide connected to it. You know? Just because you didn't want to look at it or you didn't know because it's been trickled down off the abuse of you forgetting, that don't mean it ain't the truth, right? I get what they mean when they say money divides families and stuff, right? Because on your route to get money and stuff, like you might have to disappear from people and stuff, talk to people less. But the focusedness that almost comes with that when it's like us, because the thin line of us fighting on, we really shouldn't be even living like that. It can go a step further in ways that it shouldn't, of how you'll view your brother or sister. Like my younger brother, I don't even talk to my younger brother now, really. Besides when I go on a job with him. You know? Like if I see him outside in public, like we be at the same bus stops off the early, we don't say nothing to it. Like I said something to him when he got on the bus today. I think I was on live, you know what I mean? I was like, you know, top of the top though, bro. He didn't say anything to me. It's not negative though, it's not negative. That's why I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. I know it's not negative. I know me and my family, I know our bloodline. I know the focus and problems that we have because of how rebellious we are and who we are and us being forced to live like this. So like I put it all together. I already know. I know it's very hard for him to focus. So whatever level he's making money, it's not that he don't want to talk to me. It's just that, you know, I'm on a different frequency of battling this shit. And it's going to be hard, not anything towards me, but he's not going to be able to focus and still get there, you know, and have a chance to get a job and stuff with speaking to me, you know? But it is what it is, though. Y'all see I made it to another one of these. Y'all see I made it to another one of those. That's it. As long as I see that again, that's it. The Endurance 2768 complex cell organism. Complex cell. and Jordan, how did all of those animals come together to make one organism? How did you come about in existence? Why are you still talking on a planet that you know that you're not conducive to towards somebody that because of your ways towards them, the planet that they're connected to is getting you the fuck out of here? Why do you feel that you must express each animal or whatever animal that you know you have the most DNA with, as you're also changing back into that? Why do you feel like that? Why are you so rattled right now? I know the ozone layer is peeling back, but damn. Chill. You know I'm black. You can't really break me. You know that. I know y'all don't know. I know y'all don't. Y'all should know that. But y'all can't process information. So you see, like, y'all keep attacking black people any way that y'all can, like as if y'all could bring us down. Why what we designed for y'all to do our lack of awareness is shutting down. Because y'all couldn't even do it yourselves, right? Y'all not that smart like that. How you forget that you was just on all fours and you just came out the caves, out the Caucasus Mountains? Have respect for me. I taught you how to walk upright, bitch. Have some fucking respect, Lauren or Jordan. You wasn't standing on 2 feet. Come on now. "12 years ago, 5 subscribers. Oh, that's why y'all. I'm reading this person Endurance comments. I guess she was commenting on my stuff. I don't know if this was this one or before. But first off, you a guy. You a whole guy. I'm looking at her comments. She said you look like a bottom guy. It seems that way. I am a guy though. Asking if you are into guys. See, I'm telling y'all, these the most dangerous people. I didn't even know this was a gay person, right? But those the most weird people though. That those gay people and shit, they the most weird people, y'all. They the most weird people. Like, if I would have seen that, I wouldn't even have said what I said about Shorty. I'm thinking it was a girl and shit, but you're not even on the right vibration, nigga. Whatever your genetic makeup is, you literally can't even get the basics of life to be with the opposite sex. You try to go with the same sex. You already off, bro. Don't be on my page with none of that shit. I don't support that. I don't agree with that, and I have no connection of that. I've never been that. You know what I'm saying? That shit don't fly with me. Don't bring that my way. Just because I'm not messing with women right now, and I'm not messing with pussy, that don't mean I'm gay, right? That means like I'm just keeping my energy to myself. That's what that means. I'm not a fruit dude. There's people that take this shit day by day. Then there's people that take this shit second by second. You feel me? Second by second. Fuck the day by day. Second by second, minute by minute. You feel me? Like, I'm not worried about... The only way that I'm worried about going forward is from, like, past 3D stuff. You feel me? But from a 3D standpoint, I'm just worried about what's in front of me. You know, I'm almost as if my brain is undeveloped from a 3D standpoint. But everything else, it's the forest past the trees. You feel me? Everything is for the future, where we're going, where we're headed, where we're basically at, as everything is closing out. You feel me? That's where I'm at with it. I'm gone. I know people really be mad because people be really wanting to infringe they thought process onto me, off of me seeing everything clear. We in hell. was funny and shit. I was taking a dump yesterday, and it was a guy that started coughing and shit. And I'm thinking, like, this might be too much information, but I don't give a fuck. I'm thinking as I'm taking this shit and my shit is coming out, right? I'm like, my shit don't even smell. I'm like, you know why though? Because I don't even eat meat. I don't be eating like fast food and stuff. The worst that I eat is like this oatmeal. I'm gonna be real with you. And I'm on an empty stomach and fasting outside at that, you know, majority of the time anyway. So even one slight thing that I can eat that's not good, or if I have any level of sugar in me, like that gets out like that. Like I get way more than 10 hours of sunlight in a day. You feel me? For real, I really be on like a certain type of time with it. But I'm glad that I got the reminder. We back in the cold, you feel me? We back at it. Gotta go about. Cause see, I switch. It's certain levels of survival how I switch from dealing with the summer to the cold. Like it's certain levels of survival. Cause you gotta remember, I survived like 4 winters living in a garage. Like I survived like real shit. So, and I'm not even saying this, I'm not talking about no street shit. This is just being homeless in a system that was designed against me. And you still gotta make it to your next day and not crash out. Cause they're waiting for you to crash out. Like all of this, like I be strong as shit. Is that my joint? I hope it is. I'm ready to go. Ready to get the day started. To be honest, I'm almost ready for him to try to lock my storage. Cause I know if he locks my storage, I'm about to go ham on some clothes. Well, I'm about to get me hella pants. I'm about to get me hella shit. Hey, how you doing today, brother? I'm about to get me hella shit. It's just gonna give me more of a reason to be on that type of time. Because I feel like really at this point I don't really got no reason to live. Can't see my son, I'm being kept from him. Ain't no reason to live. It's just people just trying to just bring more pain in my life so I can crash out. They waiting for me to crash out every day. And every day I'm being calm. Just so.
Route 610.
How you doing today, brother? How you doing today, guy? You know, they trying their hardest to provoke the show. But as black people, our job is to stay still. Like the same how they play dumb about what they're living off of and who they are. You gotta play dumb about them acting like they don't know what's going on. Because when you really care about your people and the trauma that's already been passed on to us and stuff, you can crash out. You tap into it too much, you're going to max on one of their asses. There's just too much information about their wrongness that's coming out, no matter how much they're trying to avoid it. So this is what I mean when I'm telling all my black people, like, protect your energy. Like, don't let them push you there, you know? Because they just feeling more like that because our artists that they've been running from for forever, because of the energy that's on the planet, they can't run no more. So that's all it is, y'all. It ain't easy though, but I told you, I'm so annoyed with them. I don't even like their voices no more. I'm not gonna lie. Like their fake laughs. If you I actually, cause I stay in my lane, right? Like I stay in my lane, whoever. But I'm gonna tell you, when you really listen to like their basic conversations and stuff, it's like soulless, cause they don't got a soul, right? So it's like soulless. Even a black man that's about his money down to the T in the monetary system. It's like I gotta get that bag. you gonna catch that black man having real conversations about real life, whether it be his homies, his family he created. You know what I'm saying? Even with us getting money and stuff, we be having real conversations about real issues, about how to better ourselves, like just real issues. You hear a white person talk, I swear that should be soulless as hell. That should be all about money, all like superficial, no value. You'd be like, damn. Like basically what I'm saying is that if you really listening to one of their basic conversations, you'll be able to see how they don't got a soul. You'll be able to tell by just hearing their basic conversations. You know? So I value y'all, respect y'all. Like I said, whether they lock my stuff or not, I could be honest with you, that dude is so annoying at that storage. I would rather have my clothes back outside anyway. I'm gonna be real with you. Just not there. I don't. That's why I go there like so rarely, just to get a certain amount of clothes and put in my backpack and stuff, and just stuck it whatever day, wash it the best I can. How I go about it, like, cause he's so racist. I know he's mad as shit that like I've had a storage there for so long. Like last time I'm in there, like he does wild ass shit, y'all. Like I'm not gonna lie, like when it was really cold and when they kept harassing me in the garage, I did start sleeping in my storage for a little bit, and that shit was small. I couldn't even stretch my leg. Like I'd be cramped up and shit. And like sleeping on my clothes damn near and shit, like not even having room. And one of the security, I guess they hired for that or whatever. Tell me why that security person only went to me. And it was hella other like unnatural people that was living in that storage. But literally nobody said anything to them. I even asked them like after the deer approached me, I'm like, y'all get approached or whatever. They're like, nah, we didn't. And like we seen him, whatever, he didn't say nothing else. I'm like, see, that's that shit right there. Because they always just want to make shit hard for black people. You know, I'm not saying that some of these same stuff can't happen to people, but there be situations like that. He knew that the white people the other unnatural people was in there, but that wasn't his target. His target was just black people or just me. You know what I mean? To make it rough for me because he's racist and it's in his DNA to hate me. You know? So it's like a shit like that. So I'm saying this to say, like, I haven't been sleeping in my storage, right? I've been back outside or whatever for months. When I went to my storage the other day, y'all, the one white dude that's racist and shit, so he comes up there where my storage is, but he's talking to like another person, like he's talking to like another person alone. And you know how white people are, like they're passive aggressive and shit too, you know? Like they'll hate you, but they'll be like trying to smile in your face when they know they hate you as a white person, as a natural person. But if you don't pick up on it and you don't pick up even what he's about, it might feel like real love to you. You might be in a sticky situation. But most of us, we be sensitive, right? So I'm hearing it. He's not even close to my storage. Like I'm like in my storage, putting stuff in my bag, folding some clothes, da-da-da. I'm hearing him talk. He's talking to another white dude too. And you could tell the white dude was like, bro, just go on. I think he even picked up on that. Like he just picked up on some weird energy. Like it was another reason why the man was having that conversation with him and then prolonging it. Because he wanted me to hear it off of knowing that I was sleeping in the storage and seeing me again and having the money to pay for my storage and wondering like where am I sleeping at if I'm not sleeping there. You know, you're too worried about people and shit, about people going through hell. Like these niggas to fuck alone, you're already living off of me. Like that's some shit like in my lower vibration, I'm the fucking whacked his ass. And ain't give a fuck. You feel me? Got his ass killed. You know what I mean? For real. But you know, that ain't positive, that's not a high vibration. We were sleeping in here and I had to hire somebody. Like he's like talking about it extra loud, he knows like I can hear him. Right? And since he was being funny, right? Y'all, I'm not even gonna lie, y'all won't believe it. Since he was acting like that, I fucked around and played a collage video. I'm not gonna lie. I played a collage video of him going deep in detail about these people's genetic makeup and all the animals they share DNA with. And the different percentages and how we need to see them for them. All the shit, I be talking about on the rag and all of that. And I'm like, oh, since you want to be like that, because I could be petty like that. It's like, I know you saying that for me, and you trying to create the conversation, you trying to irritate me, trying to let me know your presence that you're in here. I already just offer you as an organism alone. You don't got to talk to someone about, towards me and be indirect, but be indirect. You don't got to play that little psychological game, right? But I was on my petty shit, so I played the video, and when I played the video, you should have seen how you heard it, right? Because I wasn't even able to see them, but I could hear they wasn't that far off, and I know he was saying all that stuff towards me. His whole conversation switched. First he started, the other guy started overcompensating. Remember I tell you, that's how white people, that's how they act. When they hear the truth, they're like glitching and shit, especially right now, because they know they can't run from it. So white dude he was talking to, he started talking over him and started like overcompensating. Like the conversation was extra good out of nowhere, and they talking about some genocidal ass shit, so then he stopped talking about it altogether, and he cut the conversation short instantly. And I'm like, yeah, why are we even doing that, So basically what I'm saying is if it's like the 4 days or whatever, he's gonna be happy to put that extra lock on my shit, But I don't even give a fuck no more, because there's nothing worse than I already can go through that, like, it can't get any worse than this. And whatever could be the worst of that, that's not worse, because that's not even associated with me. And that would be me so-called dying. I don't even die. I leave my vessel, I wasn't scared to death before I came into genetics. Now I really know scientifically and really what happens, and my memory's coming back. Other times I've been hearing shit, I'm not scared of nothing. I'm not giving no negative energy out to people, I'm trying to better the world. I'm trying to better my species. I'm trying to do all I can to be myself while I'm in the worst of the situation that this system could have us in. So yeah, you gotta watch these unnatural people, y'all. And really what I'm realizing too about this shit, right? Y'all know like how I really see the damage that has been done off of getting the majority. And whenever you can get the majority to think a certain way, you control the collective. Because whenever you get the majority to think a certain way, it's gonna take a lot of people to get past whatever that majority is, how they're thinking, how they're moving. It's going to take a couple people to move differently, which is here now because of the energy, right? The awareness, all the lies being exposed, people having the power to speak up about this shit without any consequences. That's where we're at, We're in the land of Aquarius right now. I'm Aquarius. And it's just beautiful to see this shit happen. Because for the longest they banked on that. I can't tell y'all how much unnatural people that would be laughing in my face because they yeah, you know the truth, and and this I came in and what's up? They be like, yeah, you know the truth and da-da-da, but your brother and sister don't know it though. And they try to weaponize it towards me and they think that shit is funny. But it's not funny, it's just confirming how evil they are. It's like, look what you're saying, look what you're doing. Look at what you're trying to be on, it's evil. So whenever any of them act like that towards me, I just let them know that I actually study genetics. And whenever they act like that towards me, I tell them thank you for confirming to me what I already know how dangerous they are off of their characteristics and traits, their behavior. When they show it, I let them know I study genetics and that the stuff that I study in the base of their DNA and all of that, their behavior, their body language, how they're acting, all down to the T, it's all in their DNA. And then when they be talking to me like that and they don't even know me, they be looking at themselves like, damn, I am confirming it. here I am trying to be disrespectful to this man I don't know. And he studies this, and he knows me down to the cellular level of even why I act the way I do. And here I am confirming it and thinking I'm making fun of him or trying to ostracize him. I'm just like, yeah, it's actually doing the opposite. You know, so it's all good.
Central Park and Wide, Bay East.
So I value y'all, man. Peace, power, abundance to all of y'all, man. It's the Lord Viewpoints, the RoBs Inferno while it burns slow. Shout out to all my guys and goddesses and all high vibrational human beings. You know what the fuck it is, man. It's happening. You know, let's be great. Let's get this shift. Let's protect our energy. Let's stand for children. Let's try to eat better. Let's try to challenge ourselves. Let's continue to validate ourselves, worry about each other, no matter how much people are trying to invalidate what we already know is true, right? I believe in y'all. You know, everything gonna be Gucci. In a blink of an eye, you know time isn't real. That's why it seems like it's speeding up. We're gonna have our land back. We actually gonna be free. We ain't gonna have to live by their laws when they don't even belong on our shit. Literally, you know. But keep y'all head up, man. We almost there. Peace, power, abundance all y'all way. Gratitude. I'm gonna check in with y'all.